Hi everyone, Dawn here behind the camera. Today we're going to explore animal tracks and traces here on this edition of Little Wonders Nature Shorts. And my clipboard for preschoolers is just simply a piece of cardboard, if you have some, with a paper clip at the top, and then it's not as heavy for them to carry around. I made this scavenger hunt with photos off the internet. You can make your own, you can contact me for this copy, or you can just do some searches online. The first thing we're going to do today, though, here in my wood edge and yard, is search for some things that may not belong in nature. I hid an unnatural trail. So some of these objects could be blending in, or they could be bright in color. Let's see if we can find some. I think I already spotted something. This is definitely not an animal or anything that belongs out here. It's blending in with these dead leaves very well. That looks like my sock, doesn't it? So this is a fun game you can try at home easily, making an unnatural trail for your children to find things that don't belong outside. Oh, look at some berries. Look at this nice berry here on this plant. Oh, my goodness, so that's not a berry. That's yarn. Blends in a little bit with that red stem. That's something that doesn't belong here. And don't worry, I'll come back through after the class and pick up these things. Let's see what else we can find. I'm looking for some pretty colors. How about these pretty yellow flowers up here? These are very, these are very nice, but that's not a flower. That looks like a pipe cleaner. Yep, definitely a pipe cleaner. Doesn't belong there. What else can we find? I think there might be somebody up in this tree snag. Who's that? Oh, well, that's my friend the raccoon. Don't worry, he's just a puppet. But he blends in really well, doesn't he? Just like a real raccoon would with that tree bark. Oh my goodness. One more thing I don't think belongs here. Our watering can. That doesn't belong out here in the woods. Very bright though, so I was definitely able to see it. Alright, well, you know what? Let's go for continue our short walk. Try to find some things that maybe animals have left behind. Be detectives. What are some things in your yard that you could find left from animals? Or things that animals made, like maybe an animal home? By our deck, we have a little rabbit nest. We've seen the baby, but not recently, otherwise I'd go film him. Here's something I found. What's this? Looks like animal poop. Does anybody know what kind that is? That would be white-tailed deer droppings, or scat. See how they're in pellets. Now rabbit poop would be a bit smaller and it'd be brown. Deer scats, usually, that looks a little old, but when it's fresh, it's blacker in color. We definitely have white-tailed deer in my yard. Do you have white-tailed deer at home? What else could we find? Definitely some pretty flowers coming out. What could we find that animals left behind, though? I know we have a lot of squirrels, and we've got black walnut trees and some other trees bearing fruit, and I think somebody might have had lunch here. Oh yes, what's that? What happened to that black walnut? The shell was chewed open by a squirrel so it could get the meat out of the inside, or the nut, for its dinner. So that's a good find. What else? I think I found a feather over here somewhere. Yes, there it is. It's very tiny. Very tiny. Definitely a little feather off a songbird that we have here in the woods. I'm not sure what kind, but it's got some brown and gray. Looks like a feather that'd be close to the body to keep it warm. See how fluffy it is? But a feather is definitely a good find. Now, did an animal hurt the bird and have lunch? I don't think so, because that's only one feather. So it must have dropped it on its own, molted its feathers to get some new ones. So spring, of course, is a great time to take a nature walk, but you can do it in all seasons and go on a tracks and traces scavenger hunt like this. And some things you can also do at home, besides a general nature walk, is you could play hide and seek outside. Can you dress in colors of the outdoors and try to hide and camouflage, blend in, and let your parents try to find you? And parents, you can also make a snack trail. You could take dried pieces of pasta, go outside in a little part of the yard or the wood line, and make a trail of pasta that leads to a yummy snack for your kids. And then, have the kids try to follow that trail to get to the snack. Take them outside and do that. So some fun things you can do. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time for our next edition of Little Wonders Nature Shorts. Have fun outdoors.